welcome back to the Convo, which is a podcast with Trey and Josh, me as the host, and Trey over here as my co host. This is a podcast in which we go over random topics, make funny and inquiry stuff about this with comments, and then just have fun overall. No bad stuff happening here, just having fun, I guess. All right, so if you caught last week's episode, we actually did a pretty good episode. I think. What was it? The $1,000,000 Bud episode, where we went over. Yeah, we were going over different scenarios of the $1,000,000. The main concept of that was if you had $1,000,000, you would get it, but only if you went through with the certain circumstance that you were given. It was an interesting episode nonetheless. I think I enjoyed that. I think I might want to do that game again. We're definitely doing the Would You Rather Part 2 and New Phone Who Dis Part 2, but I also do want to do the Cards Against Humanity one, which is going to be definitely explicit like the New Phone Who Dis game, because well, it's Cards Against Humanity. It's literally in the title. So for this week's topic, I believe it's your topic now, right?
Yeah, it's my topic.
Yep,
The
yep, yep.
topic is, Q&A questions. Ask when starting a conversation with anybody. Conversation.
All right, so like basic common Q&A questions.
Yep.
All right. Well, beforehand, before the podcast episode went on, I told Trey to come up with 7 amazing commonly asked questions from a website. The website is brightfulme.com. Apparently it's a blog of some sort. So I asked him to pull out 7 questions. So we're going to do 2 questions within this segment. We're going to take a brief intermission, do about 3 more, take another brief intermission, and then go with another last 2, and that will end off the episode. So, have you picked out your 7 questions yet? I will just go along with the flow and see which one that really catches my eye. We have like 108 questions to go through, so we have quite a bit. All right. Do you want to start us off? And then, so you can ask the question, you can give your own opinion for the question, and then either me or you can look up the common answer to that common question, and then we'll state what's on either online or our opinion, which one might matter more, whatever we think it is. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. So, what is your first question on the website?
What is something that everyone else does that you wish you didn't?
Number 5. So, what is something else? What's something else everyone does that you wish you didn't? All right. What is your answer to this one, in your own opinion?
To be honest, vaping. That's a big one because you know I'm still struggling with it to this day. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, definitely that's definitely number one. I mean, like it's that or just getting into some crazy trouble. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Let's see here. What's happening? I guess this is the Google version of this. It says, "What's a habit you wish you didn't have?" I guess you'd say, and it says impatience and taking things personally is the online one. So I guess the answer from my end. Let's see. What's something that everyone else does that you wish you didn't? So I guess it's like a common thing that you wish you didn't do. Um, I'd say I don't do this a lot, but whenever I do, it's not necessarily correct. And I know this saying gets brung up quite a bit because it's one of those common statements that you'd always hear. But to be honest, my brain sometimes thinks, yeah, I've never listened to it before, so I can just do it. It's don't judge a book by its cover. And sometimes quite a bit, a lot of people do that. I try not to do that as much as I possibly can, but every so often it does come up and it does happen. And I do judge book by excuse me, I do judge a book by its cover. Sorry, I had water before. That's probably it. Air bubbles. Oh, jeez, gas. Excuse me. Apologize for that. But I wish that all of the time I wouldn't judge a book by its cover, and I wouldn't judge someone the way either they look or they act. I would have to get to know them personally. Right off the bat, I'm judging, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying my best to understand what kind of person they are rather than just assuming of what they are right off the top. It's trying to figure out what type of person and who they actually are on the inside rather than, taking a wild guess and being wrong. I wish I didn't do that as commonly as I do, because I'd rather not do that. But that it's just one of those things I just rather would get all the way out of the way.
Hmm.
All right, so I guess it's my turn for this, and we're about 6 minutes into the segment. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Uh, um, let's go with number 6 here. Let's go with the one right under that. How do you picture your ideal future? That's a deep one. Oh my god. Um, I think, in my own opinion, for this, I think this one's more personalized, so Google might not be able to answer this one. I'm gonna still put it in there. But I think from my personalized future, I think I want to keep doing what I'm doing right now, and that is to keep learning, but to also be able to get a job that I love in the future as hopefully a future chemist of some sort, because I love science. But I also would like to do more YouTube and podcast as time goes on, because with this, I want to keep doing the podcast definitely, and I want to keep doing filming and editing for the YouTube channel. But at the same time, like it's hard to keep up with it a lot sometimes, and to keep pushing for other goals. It's gonna take a bit. I think that I see my ideal future as having the job of a chemist of some sort, keep doing YouTube, keep doing the podcast, and eventually building up my own business from the 3D printing. That's how I see my future. And at 19, I already see that as kind of functional, but at the same time, I'm still a long shot away from where I see myself to be. How about you state what your ideal future is, and I'll get this looked up so that we actually have an answer for this. Go for it.
I'd say my ideal future would be like, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of like contemplating which jobs I really want to do in life. But I'd say, to be honest, I want to be a musician, part time, where it's like, like, have it on the side. But I also want to be able to take up as many trades as I can, so I can, make my own business. But I also kind of do want to do, kind of want to, be a barber, maybe, tops. But
There's a couple ideal futures that you might
yeah,
be able to see,
exactly. But I
but
want to be able to live on the
yeah, like
countryside.
Madam Web.
Yeah, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I want to live on the countryside.
Doctor Strange seeing your future bright.
I want to live on the countryside with my beautiful, beautiful wife Sammy, and I want to be able to like live in like a big house. Have
Nice.
some maybe some farm animals. You know what I mean? I'm nothing too crazy, but yeah, just stay out of trouble, live life to the fullest, man. Play golf every day. You feel me? Like a
You're
rich
trying.
person living.
You're really trying to shoot for the best. All right, we're at 6 minutes right now, so I'll read the Google comment and then we'll take a brief intermission. All right. The Google comment says, "Imagine yourself in a future where things have gone exactly as you've planned personally, professionally, and socially." I think that is a fantastic answer to that question. Personally, that's a great question. All right, so we're gonna take a brief intermission and then we'll come right back to you. It should only take a second for you guys, but it's gonna take a little bit longer for us. And yeah, we'll be right back, and hopefully we can answer 3 more or 5 more questions. All right, be right back. All right, we are back. All right, we are back from the intermission, and we're gonna answer another 3 questions before another one, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, so that was my question. And I
No, it's
guess
mine.
oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah, but
mine.
you're gonna have to answer this first, bro.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh
How
god.
would your boss describe you?
Which question is that?
Number 35, bro.
30, 35. Let's see
How would your
here.
boss describe you?
um uh I guess picking three words in this case would be a good thing. Smart is definitely one of them. I'd say hardworking is the second. So smart and hardworking. And the last one, ooh, I'm gonna go with determined. Hardworking, determined, and smart. That's I think how my current boss would describe me. That's a that one. I knew you specially picked that one out for me. All right, now your turn. Good luck.
2 words.
Okay.
Deceased and unhelpful.
What?
Being clearly, I mean, he fired
What?
me. He fired my ass. So, I mean, it's, you know, I mean,
That's so. I know that's not something to laugh at, but damn. Oh my god, that was a lot more dark. I mean, I knew like I know the past, but that's dark.
what boss do I have now?
Yeah, what current job are you working in?
I work for work study at my college, but I wouldn't really call her, my boss. You feel me? Because I only been working there for like maybe 6 days.
Is what it is. Is what it is.
It is what it is, bro.
All right, so I think we completely abandoned the game plan. I think we're just gonna go back and forth with different questions at that point. All right, because I picked out the second one, you picked out the third one, and we're just gonna go to the fourth, and then we're gonna go. We're just gonna do it that way instead. Because yeah, we completely abandoned the game plan I was originally going for because of the time frame. But we're just gonna go with that going back and forth with 7 questions. How about that? All right. I guess it's my turn to pick up one next.
Hmm.
Jeez. You know, we're gonna try to go all the way down to the bottom for this one because I want to see how far this goes. All right, we're gonna go. Ooh, we're gonna go with number 100 on this. Exactly. Number 100. What is something that makes you unique? Oh, I almost forgot. Hold on. Before that, I have to look up the answer for 35 for on Google. My bad. My bad. Actually, you can answer that first because you did that one to me. You can answer the number 100 question first, and I'll get this one looked up
Mm,
just to save time.
what is something that makes me unique?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean,
Do you want me to move on to the number 35 answer on Google?
yeah, you do that, then you
All right.
answer that.
So let's see. The Google answer for this one is paraphrase a recent positive performance review. I think mine was pretty on point on point. Okay. Let's see. Scroll down all the way. I'm gonna use the mouse for this one. Okay. Number 100. What is something that makes you unique? Well, complete considering you failed being put on spot, unlike me. Um, I
It's
think the
my
one
turn.
thing that makes me
And I brought the
unique,
belt.
whatever. What?
And I brought the belt. So
Oh
keep
God,
talking.
pray for me. Nah, I'm an atheist. That got that went downhill real fast. I did not mean to.
No, we're just gonna look up Bill Nye the Science Guy, and we're gonna watch that. And we just
Accurate. Okay.
nah, he's joking.
um, I think something that makes me unique personally is what I do on the YouTube channel. I'm a magician. I love 8 ball pool, and that's not exactly a common combination, I guess you'd say. And trying to put together a 3D printing business. So having all three of those go together, I think that's something that makes me personally unique. Having as many skills as I have and the wider range of those skills, I guess, considering of the fact that well, I mean I do magic constantly. You've seen me do magic. I'm trying to teach you some, but you don't want to learn any. So that's on you.
It's called Make Things Disappear for Forever. That's my
What about
magic.
the comeback part?
The comeback part, there ain't no coming back.
Ain't no coming back. Well, I think that's what makes me unique is the fact that I'm a magician. How about that?
All right.
God damn it.
Um.
Okay, what quickly? What is it about you? Because I do want to get to the last question before we hit 7 minutes.
What is something unique about me? I'd say probably the most unique thing about me is that
If you were put on the spot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is
nothing.
something? What do you mean nothing? I think it's more your build because
Oh, bro, I'm gonna smack the
shiitake mushrooms.
shiitake mushroom
I can't even close with that.
at you.
I was gonna say the build because you can easily build up that muscle and become like a heavyweight MMA fighter if you really put your mind to it. I think so,
Yeah,
at
you're
least.
gonna be my punching bag.
And moving on. Okay, let's go to well, it's your choice, I guess.
Nobody was harmed in the making of this video,
Yeah, no one's harmed yet.
but it's rated R. All right.
Yet. What is your question? Because I need you
All
because
right.
that
My
was my question.
question, my next question would be, and
State
I
of
don't want to go to
war.
the darkest things
8
on this
minutes.
thing. I'm stuck between two, bro. But I'm gonna say the brighter side. But
What
no,
question is
question
that?
90. Let's listen,
90.
bro.
I'm just trying to make sure I got time on
Question
here.
90. If your friends were writing an autobiography of you, what would they call it? Don't say Magic Mercer, please don't.
Oh god damn it. I got it. Joshua Mercer's Memories. That's a really good title. I don't know. I don't care what you would say. That is a great title. Oh no, I got this. Mercer's Memorabilia. What? That's a great title. That is a great title. What?
I'd say I don't know, my friends would probably name my autobiography. Um,
We got 30 seconds. Do we have to do a brief intermission?
would be probably, I'd say probably like Through the Storm or something.
Through the Storm. I like that one. All right. Before we state the next one, we're gonna have a brief intermission, and then we're gonna
Thunderclouds.
have what?
Thunderclouds.
Okay. We're gonna be right back, and see ya. All right, starting right back up. We are back from intermission. We had a couple laughs. We made a couple jokes. All right.
Messed up.
Okay, so that one was yours, right? That one was your question?
No.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So it's time for me to find one. Oh, great. Okay. Let's go. Let's go around the 60 range. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh, this is a good one. I like this one. 62. What is your biggest fear in life?
My biggest fear in
I already
life.
have my I already have my answer to this one. Up to you. Let me copy this down and I completely forgot something. What was the last question you did?
The last question I did was, um, b- 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 what was is number 90? If you're
Oh
friendly
yeah,
writing,
gotcha.
then that'll
I just
be
have to copy that into Google real
yeah.
quick just to see. Okay. While you're thinking of that, we are going to go with. I'm gonna copy and paste this into there. Answer the question for number 62, so I can quickly
So
get
I
this.
probably say what was number 62?
Ooh, good answer to the other one. Autobiography, a memoir.
Hmm.
Memoir. Nice. Okay. Answer question 62. Let me scroll back up. Why are you swinging a belt?
Yeah, bro. We're waiting after this podcast, bro.
Don't even do that. That ain't no threat. That's just having fun. Kidding. Don't hit anyone with a
You don't
belt.
want the metal part?
No, that's the last part I want.
Alright.
He got mad that I'm having trouble with calculus 2. And calculus 2 for me actually is really hard. I went through pre-calc, I got into calculus, I barely passed calculus, and calc 2 is even harder for me because it's just another region of calculus that I'm just like I'm having trouble with. I'm not great with calculus 2. I'm good at math in general, just not calculus 2. It's a hard subject to get through, and he's mad at me that I'm not doing as well as he thought I would in there. He thought I'm a genius. I'm not a genius. I'm just smart in general. I have a pretty good mind, but I also like being creative. So, damn. Back to this one. What is your biggest fear in life? Number 62.
Probably dying in a station.
The what?
It said probably dying in a station,
In a state? What do you mean in a station? What station?
like a train station.
Dying in a train station. Oh, like the movies depict. Sometimes.
What?
Well, you know how some movies have like a train station scene of where people get hurt or killed in movies.
It's not because of movies.
Well, how would you describe it? Can you give me more
Most of
detail
most
or?
of my peoples died up in train stations.
Oh,
So
so it's
like
the
my dad,
trauma from that affecting
yeah, my
you.
dad got murdered in the train station. My boy overdosed in the train station. My other boy
R.I.P.
overdosed in the train station.
Wow.
People got jumped in train stations. I got chased down with a gun in the train station.
How'd you end up with that?
I had beef, bro. I had mad beef.
That was
I'm
all in the
clean now.
past, right?
I was like maybe 2 3 years ago tops.
Yeah, but that's in the past. You're doing much better now. You're
Yeah,
trying to
bro.
you're trying to get away from all that, and for that, I'm proud of. I mean, you're trying to clean up your life. You're doing
I
good.
seen a dude get stabbed in the train station. I
So it's
seen
the trauma from that you're
it's
worried about.
a lot
There's
of
a
stuff,
pattern
bro.
there. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. I got myself out of a lot of trauma.
Which is, I mean,
A
that's
lot,
always
lot,
good
lot of
sign that you're getting
drama.
yourself out of the trouble. But
A
still,
lot of
that
drama,
effect
bro.
that's
Not
affecting
trauma,
you.
bro, but a lot of drama.
Damn.
So,
Cooper's furs flying everywhere. Alright, it's all on me.
respect.
My biggest fear in life. Ooh. I think my biggest fear in life. I'd. Can you quit it with that? It's probably like a fidget for you, but can you quit it? I'm not harmed, and neither is he, but he's just whipping it around for no reason. That's what she said.
Yo, bro. I gotta cut that out, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay, so before I answer mine, Google says the fear of failure, rejection, loneliness, change, and death. Those are some of the biggest fears. As for me, what is my biggest fear?
Failing Tuck.
No, I'm not afraid of failing calc because not a lot of people pass calculus 2. They don't, I mean, not a lot of people even get through calculus 2 in their first try.
Losing a job.
No, I'm not really afraid of that because I know without a doubt, as long as I put my mind to it, I can make money one way or another. Hmm.
Y'all do some drugs and
Not like that.
stuff.
Not like that. Fair.
Yeah, bro.
Um, I think my biggest fear in life is I'm gonna get real deep here. About I would say about a year ago or so, I went through a major and hard hitting depression and a pretty good amount of anxiety. Now, I still have anxiety, just not as much as I used to. I mean, it still affects me nonetheless because it's not something that can be cured overnight, and it's not something that can be cured. Period. But it's something that you can work on over time, and it's one of those things where you have to really put in the effort and get out there and see what like other stuff can affect it and you have to know like a lot of things about your anxiety because it's different for a lot of people. However, my depression, I went through therapy for about 6 months, and my depression went from like a 9.5 to like a 2. And I felt great going to therapy. I highly recommend other people do it as well because it makes you feel better about yourself and over what you're going to do over a certain amount of time, and it's great. But I think my biggest fear is probably if my depression comes back hitting harder than it ever has before, and if my anxiety is worse to the point where it makes me contemplate. I think that's my biggest fear. And I've worked a lot since when I've had it and when I went to therapy. I've worked off a lot, but I think my biggest fear no. I think my biggest fear would probably be if they came back unexpectedly and made a worse appearance and went so hard down the slope it ended up me in a really bad accident or place. Now there is like certain things you can do about that in that certain moment, like say call a hotline or do something in the long run that could prevent you from doing that, such as therapy, better help, whether it's in person, online, different things, different therapists. There's a bunch of different things you can do, but I think the fact of the matter is that if it comes back worse, then it might prune me to do something that I don't want to do for myself.
Mm.
I think that's my biggest fear. Other than that, it's probably just spiders.
It's just spiders. Damn, bro. Man,
um, I think either spiders or the fear. Oh, what's that called? It's not. It's arachnophobia and what is the fear of um oh, fear of things underwater. I could be pronouncing this horribly wrong. Submechanophobia? Submechanophobia? I think that's what it means. I don't know. It's essentially a fear of either human remains, or random other things being underwater, and it's the fear of having that and knowing that it's underwater. All right, so okay, we will be right back with the intermission, and yeah, we'll be right back. And we are back from intermission. All right, so we have two more questions that we have to get through, and then yeah, we got some news, and then we'll head out. So that was mine. Do you have your last question?
Yeah, number 87.
87. Let me scroll down there. Good. Continue. Just let me get
All
there.
right. The question is, what's one of your worst memories?
Do you have one? Because I have to think about this for a second.
Yeah. My boy Malcolm died in my arms. So,
That got dark real
100%.
fast.
Yeah. So, one of the worst. But RP Malcolm, bro. RP.
What is one of your worst memories? Well, before I answer, Google says Uh, Getting in trouble, at least for the worst memory, apparently, according to one of the drop down menus. Painful memory. Argument, loss, or loved one leaving. That's one of the things that. Oh, type of memory of trauma. Episodic trauma. So that's the Google answer. It's kind of broad, but whatever. My worst memory. My worst memory. Ooh, I got two. I don't have a worst memory. I have two memories. One is
Maybe like
definitely getting in trouble for random stuff in school when I was in elementary because I was in special ed and my brain couldn't process stuff as fast as other kids could, and I did get in quite a bit of trouble not knowing what the heck to do in those situations. Because I mean, as a youngster, you really don't know what to do unless like there's like a thing that tells you to do it, or get in trouble basically is like my main thing. And I think there's one other memory that was worse than that. And I no, you weren't a part of this. I remember this. You weren't a part of this. My buddy Nate, my best friend Nate, he was in with it. My buddy Nick, Damon, a few people from the street, and then like a couple people outside of my street, which is like school outside friends. Uh, hmm. I think the worst memory I've ever had was, I want to get it right. I think it was my 16th birthday. I think, but you weren't there. And what I remember is, and I could be completely wrong on how I remember this, but as far as I was told, I remember one of my girlfriends at the time. I think it was my first girlfriend at the time, my first real relationship. It lasted for about 3 months, and the memory was all my friends coming together when my girlfriend went to the bathroom at the time, or when my ex girlfriend at the time, uh, when my girlfriend at the time, ex girlfriend now, she went to the bathroom. I came back with pizza because we ordered food and we had a nice time with bowling. Um, they told me from their experience just by being around her when I went to go get food, they told me I was getting cheated on. She was cheating on me the entire time with someone else. Now,
yeah.
I don't know who this was. I never figured it out. All I know is that my first ex girlfriend ended up cheating on me while we were in our relationship. And I ended up going out with her for another week until um, I found out about it in a worse way because I never told her this, but I found her cheating. And um,
We want to talk about this after.
yeah. Yeah, I caught her cheating. I never told her this, and I know never told anyone else other than Nate about this. But I caught my ex girlfriend cheating on me with someone else. Barely remember who it was. I just remember her kissing him.
Oh,
And
yo,
so
nah,
that
man.
very week, I believe it was 2 days later because it took a day to process it. A day later, called her up. I said, "Hey, I'm breaking it off," and we broke up. And a week later, that was when my depression started.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's exactly when I went and started doing the gym. And now I have 10 times of a better body than I ever had before. I've been smarter. I'm in my second semester as a freshman in college as biochemist, pursuing my own career, pursuing what I want on YouTube, and becoming greater than she ever thought I could. And I'm not trying to rub it in her face. I'm saying you broke up with someone really nice at the time that made it big, and you did a really bad mistake, because whoever's going to be dating me next is going to get the full package. The full package. Everything included. What are you laughing about, huh?
Man, it sounds like an Amazon package. Everything included, 3 Ps. You feel me?
All right. All right. We that was yours. So let's get to my last question, and then we'll call it a episode for this one. Let's see.
Let's get to the full package.
Let's go. Ooh, 75. What is something you're good at that other people think you're lying?
Wait, what?
What is something you're good at that
Oh,
other people think that you're lying?
whoa.
I got one.
I'm good. I got, girl. Bro. I got you.
I got one right off the top, and it's relating to the past subject.
Go.
Okay, from Google, making eye contact, controlling their face, and try not to fidget. Those are the. Oh, people think you're lying. Yep, nope, that was it. Let's go on Reddit because apparently that was one of the first things that came up. Listening. That's one of the most common answers. Right off the bat, I know for a fact that one thing people think I'm lying at and that I think I'm good at is picking up girls. I suck at it. I think I'm good at it, and then other people think they're lying. Honestly, it's true. I suck at picking up girls, to be honest. I really do, because I stay inside most of the time and I'm a massive introvert. I don't like picking up girls whatsoever, because whenever I try to do it, it makes one, me feel so awkward, and makes the two situation even awkwarder. So I don't like it. What about you? Before the time gets to 9 minutes. No, 45 seconds.
Train surfing. I'm not. Well, that's in the past. I don't talk about that unless y'all want to go. Unless you want.
That was in the past. We're not doing that anymore. You're not doing that
You guys want
anymore.
to come with me? All right.
No.
Got you. But in all reality, bro, I'm great on the piano.
He's lying.
So, bro,
no, I'm kidding. You're good at the piano. Lying about the train surfing. You're good at the piano.
I'm great at train surfing, bro. You understand, bro?
Why? You might be good at it.
You want to come with me?
No.
Exactly.
No, it's illegal. No. Whatever. Anyways, okay, we're at 9 minutes, so that's the last one. So before we go, we're gonna give a quick shout out. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my Instagram. Go check out my Instagram at Magic Mercer 2004. No spaces, no caps, no nothing like that. Hold on, my mic is off. Did your go off or no?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I don't know how much you guys heard of that, but yeah. Hopefully it went and did something good. I hope I can save this one. I'm gonna quickly shout out my Instagram, Magic Mercer 2004, no spaces, no caps. That's it. And then what's your last one before we hit the 5-second time? Go.
Let me get you.
Hold on. Okay. One more thing before we leave. Apparently our mics are dying, so we got to charge them up.
Yeah. Okay, yours just died too.
Here, let me do this. Yeah. So what's your YouTube real quick? What's your YouTube real quick? Just use either.
My YouTube is the West Side Street Boy 2.0 100. Just come and follow me. You know what I mean? Come and follow me. It's dead, bro.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see you guys next time, and then we have to charge these up. See you next time. Bye bye.